What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on Stepen A Smith just recently came out right and just really cooked LeBron James on ESPN. First, I think it was on First Take, right? And he basically said that LeBron James has always wanted to control the narrative about himself. LeBron James, a lot of players around the league had things to say about LeBron James, but LeBron James tried to suppress their opinions. And, he just really just went in on LeBron James. What else did he talked about? How LeBron is controlling the narrative, how LeBron, cuts people off who don't really go with like anything that he says. Like he cut off what's a guy named Kendrick Perkins, because Kendrick Perkins said something that he didn't like. And that's how LeBron has been like throughout his career. So my thing is, why is that what LeBron been doing the whole time? Why is that wrong now? You know what I mean? Like why Stepen A Smith? And I mean, he just went in on him, and he was passionate about what he was saying, which led me to believe that ESPN, like Stepen A Smith, is stepping up because his bosses want him to step up against LeBron, because he has never spoke like this about LeBron James, never really disagreed with anything. He really just kept it, just really kept quiet about the moves LeBron James have been making. Like he didn't really say anything about LeBron James getting what's the Darvin Ham fired. He didn't really make a big deal about that. He didn't really say anything, make a big deal about LeBron James having what's the guy name? JJ Redick. Him doing a podcast with JJ Redick. But now he comes out and speaks on that and how he thought that was wrong and incorrect. And so I'm saying, again, in my opinion, like why now is Stepen A Smith coming out? And I think it's because, like I said, his bosses at ESPN they're allowing him. Like, so the narrative on LeBron James is about to change. And it's not changing because the fans were outraged at the things that LeBron James have been doing. It's not changing because other NBA players are going on to these different platforms and saying that LeBron James is not really the GOAT. LeBron James wasn't he wasn't a good teammate. That's not what changed. It's changing because the powers that be they want this narrative about LeBron James to change. Now, I don't know why they want it to change, but I know that, maybe that it's changing because LeBron James is he's getting close to retirement, number one. And like where the NBA is right now is like people really not watching the NBA like they used to, and it's the NBA is just is just, to me, it's just boring. You just got a lot of guys either shooting 3-pointers or they just dunking on each other. You don't have any real storylines in the NBA like you did in the back, back in the day, like when Mike and them was playing, or even when Magic and Bird was playing. You had storylines. You had Boston versus LA, East Coast, West Coast. To a certain extent, you had the racial element. Then you had Detroit come into the picture. Bad Boys, they brought their style of play, and with that came some drama. It's just like different storylines. Atlanta Hawk with Dominique Wilkinson back in the day, always getting close but couldn't quite get over the hump. Different teams had different storylines, and but today it's not really like that. It's like I said, it's a bunch of kids. Everybody just want to dunk on each other or shoot 3-pointers, and it's boring, and it's showing because of this is the age that like LeBron James has created this stuff And not, well, you know what? And I'm going to take that back. I'm not even going to blame that on LeBron James. I think because they opened the NBA, they spread the NBA so it's become an international game, right? And international players were not used to the physical style that the NBA used to have, and so they kind of watered it down. And then so that style of play is not really because because you want to have people representing everybody from around the world because basketball is an international game. But like I said, those guys really wasn't able to play that style because that's not where they that's not the way that Europeans and people from other countries played. So the NBA switched up their style and made it more of an international game. So that's why you see like more of the long, you got the stretch 4, the stretch 5, and everybody's shooting those 3-pointers, right? The Euro steps and stuff like that. Back in the day, that stuff, I mean, it was just too physical. You couldn't do that back in the day with those NBA guys because they would hit you. They would check you, you know what I mean, with their arms and their with their forearms and stuff like that. So more the checking and all that stuff. But yeah, I just think that they're switching up on LeBron. They see that LeBron didn't like people are not really not big. They not take to him like they did Kobe, Mike, Magic, Bird, Dominique. They not wasn't feeling him like that because of how he moved. Like and so now they, like I said, they got Stepen A Smith out there just really going at him. I never seen Stepen A Smith I've never seen nobody in media go at LeBron James as hard as Stepen A Smith did, and so that is a sign of more things to come, and all these decisions that LeBron James has made throughout the years and things that he has been able to get away with throughout the years. I think that they're going to vilify LeBron and say that, make him the scapegoat and say he's the one who really ruined the NBA, when he's not totally at fault, but they're gonna vilify LeBron James, in my opinion. And people might think that, I'm a little bit off base, but I'm telling you, just give it some time. I think it's coming. I think that, like I said, all of these decisions, everything that LeBron James, like from getting coaches fired to moving from team to team to bringing his son, to the NBA when his son is not qualified. All that stuff is going to really is really going to haunt LeBron. It's going to blow up in his face, and nobody really thinks that LeBron James is the GOAT. Nobody thinks LeBron, no matter how much he professes himself to be the GOAT. People not buying it. And now it seems like mainstream media is getting on board with, what everybody else has been saying. And, I think, stuff great hit the fan for LeBron. I really do. Wait till he retires too, man. I mean, I don't think, people, I think the NBA, to me, need to get back to a more physical style of play anyway. So, but that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about LeBron James, Stepen A Smith. The big dogs calling Stepen A Smith out or sicking him on to LeBron James, man. And that's what I think that was all about. But yeah, man. And like I said, leave a comment and I'll check you all out on the next video.